So, as I understand it, now we're still working with Gmaps for Rails, right?
Yep.
Okay, and the idea is to go away from the gem and then implement JavaScript.
Say that again?
The idea is to stop using the gem and then go with JavaScript.
Uh, that's my idea.
Okay.
Um, because when we want to do a full width map, uh, we will want to upgrade. We're currently using a very old version of the gem,
Okay.
and then I looked at the new version of the gem, and the new version of the gem doesn't like what this version of the gem is it writes your JavaScript for you for the most part, and then the new version of the gem does not. Instead, what it does is it provides you a library to wrap the
Okay.
interaction
Okay.
with the API. But thing is, um, I was sort of feeling like we didn't need that wrapper library.
Did you say anything?
Nothing important.
Alright,
So
I did find some articles yesterday. What did I search for? Override Gmaps for Rails. Override Google Maps info window. Disable CSS styles in Google Maps. Let me do this on my terminal where everybody can see. That's not what I just meant to paste in there.
Well, you just killed your screen share, by the way.
Of course. It doesn't seem to recognize when I am in a browser. It thinks I'm not doing anything.
What doesn't recognize when you're in a browser?
Google Hangouts.
Oh,
Okay, I don't know if you saw this. Disable CSS styles in Google Maps.
right. Yeah, I think I'm actually looking at that thing right now.
And even trying to override via important didn't work.
Oh, so are you able on your side to see the CSS?
Yes.
Where, in the browser or in the code?
In the browser.
Okay,
Inspect
right.
element.
Yeah, okay, we're on the same page then. And like a guy says further down in that Stack Overflow, they just use a little jQuery to pull off the .gm style class.
Which one are you looking at? The one with the 5?
5, yeah. Let's see. I would know how to do this from the JavaScript on Carta. I mean, it's definitely possible that it could still be done from within Gmaps Rails. I'm just not sure how easily. I guess we could take a look at what's in the Google Maps folder in app assets JavaScript, because that's a lot of like precompiled JavaScript that you're actually encouraged to go edit by apnea diving, although he complained nobody ever did. So maybe this is our opportunity.
I did not tell you to do that. Did not. Gmaps for Rails. Let's see. Google Maps event, add listener, map, idle. Oh, look at this. Just use get to load an older version of the Google API. We don't want that.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Google won't change. Oh, although in this API version, Google won't change the style at all. jQuery gm style dot remove class gm style.
Right. And that's what we could do on the Carter branch. Because there's an actual... that line that it's called from within is in the text that they're using over there. And that's sort of like why I wanted to go with just the API directly, because everybody in the world does that. All the Stack Overflow answers are for that. You know, all the documentation is for that.
Or could we do it here?
I'm looking at the copy script in the Gmaps for Rails thing.
Here's open info window.
If you're looking at base.js in Gmaps for Rails, line 32 has something interesting where it says to let user create info windows client side. That might be useful. Oh. Then there's a file called Google Maps JS.copy.
Yeah, I was looking at that one.
Oh, did you see the custom info window class on line 20?
Yeah.
And then on line 208, there's a lot of details for the info window. That might be where
that's
we
what I
can.
was looking at.
Yeah.
Can we stick that jQuery line in there?
Equals function.
I don't know how jQuery works.
Yeah. Okay, so line 215. The looks like that's the opportunity to set the class. And then it has a comment here to customize. But this is the class for the div or the class for the CSS. Either way, the class for the div could carry with it CSS that has important, overrides.
Yeah, what's funny is that when you look at the CSS over here, it shows up as inline. I don't really understand that. That must be something the JavaScript does.
I'm not sure if that's... Yeah, I don't know. Oh, inline class... Okay, when it says inline, you see how a lot of them say application CSS? It's referencing where the styles come from?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, you understand that.
Yeah.
The div on the left window in your dev tool there, could you point to the div that we were looking at?
I think I'm going to open it again. It's going to be hard to find. Okay.
Okay, so yeah, it's got no class right now. Alright, well, what we could try to do is just an application.css, make a class name just for testing purposes, like info window, or custom info window maybe, just in case info window is already taken, and just put some random, or maybe even useful CSS in there.
We tried this.
Oh, you did?
We did, and the problem is that if we changed the color, it worked. If we tried to change the font weight or the font size, these guys overrode it on the right here.
Well, okay. Did you use the important thing at the end of the line?
We did it in line with important. But you know what? Let's try it again quick. How about doing it in line just as an experiment? Would that be?
Yeah, let's do it in line again. I'm gonna try it on my side too. I would have thought we could edit the styles like that.
Yeah, I don't know if maybe we didn't do it right, but...
Why don't we do it again,
yeah.
Mariam, and maybe John has some ideas.
Div. Okay, so element. I'm gonna go to the top box, and then I'm gonna define font weight 600, and then interesting, I didn't even have to say important. It just automatically overrode, but that might be because I put it on.
Is that a 600 up there?
Yeah.
Well, so that's not what... See if it actually... Oh, and it did... Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Try it for the one above.
That's the one I have on top. Or you mean like what?
The organization name. So, where did you just do that change?
Okay, so I think it's...
You did it up there in this debugger kind of
class with empty quotes. Huh?
Where do you do that, John?
We didn't see what you
Well,
did.
I grabbed a random info window. Okay. Okay. Let's.
So where did you type in the 600?
Okay, I'm gonna pick a different pin. Right-click Q. It takes me to a div with a class with an empty string. Now I see here there's a bunch of inline styles, and then this is sort of like a default block. box, or I
Mm-hmm.
could type like font weight 900. And then I was anticipating having to type important after that, but apparently I don't need to.
Okay, so
Now,
my
right,
question
but
is,
this is not useful unless we could get the class, our custom class in here.
yeah. So
Um,
when we put when we did modify the CSS, we could see it in that list, and then there was a little thing to uncheck the 300, and if we uncheck the 300, it would show up, but, then what? That, like, how do we get it in there?
well, could you show me how you got to that point?
It was, if you go right back to where you were, um, yeah, I'll show you.
Yeah, I'll just watch your screen.
Okay. So like here, I guess we don't have our, yeah.
I don't see your screen share,
Oh,
Mary.
okay, I'm trying, yeah.
I do.
Hold on.
Hmm.
Let me. Yeah, I got it.
All right,
Yes.
so just by unchecking these.
Okay. So where is this custom style that you guys defined?
We may have gotten rid of it at this point. I think these might come from here, organizations.
All right, let's just test this out with
Are we watching you now?
well,
Or,
I don't know if you want. I'm gonna try dot custom info window, and I'm gonna put font weight. Is there a unit on this, or is it just 600? It's just 600,
P.
right?
Oh yeah, just 600. And then font size has PX, I think.
Okay. Yeah, so I'd expect this not to do anything, but I need to
Are
switch
you
it
in the
to,
application CSS file, John?
yeah,
All
which
right.
isn't where I would put this ultimately,
Right.
by the way.
Right.
But I think I already have a server running. Okay, so obviously the style hasn't been applied, and it's nowhere in scope yet. But now let's try to do the CoffeeScript thing. Custom info window class. Markers conf custom info window class. Where do we get to set that? Up at the top, I bet. Custom info window class. And we call it custom info window, right? Is that what we called it?
I think so. I can.
It's a dash, not an underscore.
Oh,
Okay.
that I cannot. I can't see that well. What are you
Oh,
talking
that's
about?
fine. I know I've got my font size a little too small here.
Nice color though.
Yeah. Um, I'm curious if that changes the class on these markers. Oh, well, that definitely broke something.
They broken.
Um,
It even broke organizations. If I can't really see what you've got in there. Kind of blurry.
all right, so
But,
this is probably something that should be a string.
hmm.
maybe?
Yeah, that sounds right. Even the colors are strings.
I have one pin. How do I only have one pin? Okay, let's look at it though. It's better than no pins. Oh, it won't let me right click on it.
It's left click. What if you left click?
Yeah, well, let me left
No
click.
info window?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Um, custom info window class. Let me set this back to null and see what it takes to. Um, right. Cluster grid size. Let's change that by an order of 10 and see what that does. Is there any difference there? Alright, there might actually be documentation for this on Gmaps for Rails custom info window. Oh, wait a second. We might be doing this the hard way.
What is this? Uh, yeah, this is the JavaScript stuff.
Yeah. See, I don't think anywhere in our app, again, this is something I just saw on Stack Overflow, that people are defining in the controller a function called gmaps for Rails. Yeah, gmaps for Rails info window. And it says add whatever HTML content you desire. It'll be displayed when the user clicks on the marker. It could be a little bit hacky, but when we do that, if we hard code the HTML, we could also inline the CSS we want.
Um, hmm. Okay.
Just maybe as a test, we should just define this in the organization index or in
We,
the controller. So
wait, why do I think we don't have that somewhere? I guess
it,
not.
Can you post that link in the chat?
Yeah.
Ugh, what did I do? Jeez. Okay, we have in organization.rb, we have Gmaps for Rails info window.
I don't think that's in the right place then.
Wow.
That doesn't do anything, that's a mistake. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Because, I mean, according to the documentation, it's supposed to be... Well, no, I take that back.
Said better
I think I
yet
should
in the
just say
model,
that.
right? And they said to put it in the model?
Well, actually, it said better yet the controller, but it didn't. It said the model or the controller, so I take that back.
And that is in, oh, wait a second, maybe I am wrong here. That is in organization.rb, but not in volunteerops.rb.
So what happens if we add crap to that? Like, I'm just gonna put another string in here, or just more crap in the same string, I guess. This is a test.
You doing it in the organizations?
Yeah, I just tagged on some extra words. For some reason, I don't believe it's gonna actually change the info window. I don't see that at all affecting the outcome in these info windows.
Gmaps for Rails info window, and it just has name. I mean, where is that in the info window?
No, I mean, it's clearly at the top, but I added
Is
stuff
it?
to that string. But yeah, I don't think that method is doing what we think it's doing, because I added this as a test to the end of name, and
Yeah,
none of
where
these are showing up for that.
I don't see any name in the info window.
Well, it's organization.name.
Well, but that's
But it doesn't explain the rest of the content.
that doesn't come from there though.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
agree.
the rest of the content comes from the partial. There's a partial for this. Yeah, I don't know what that name does. And if you take that out, it's going to be the same.
Yeah, probably.
So if we want to we tried inlining CSS in the partial, and it would, and the Gmap for Rails stuff overrode it.
Where exactly were you trying to define that CSS?
And, well, we tried a bunch of things. We tried bootstrap and overrides. We tried, what was the other file we did? Volunteer ops, something, CSS. And we tried doing it in volunteer opportunities popup.erb.
Yeah, in the helpers, I think, right?
In any of those attempts, did you actually get it to show up in the list of the CSS styles on the side, even if it was
Yes.
overridden? Well,
Yes, we did.
Okay. So when you did that, when you got to that point, did you try it with bang important?
Mm-hmm. We tried to
Yes.
inline with the
Oh,
very important.
Yeah.
alright.
I think we were able to change the color, right, Miriam, but not the
Yes,
font size or the weight.
exactly, because the color is
It
not
was
what.
kind of weird because
Yeah, I don't know why they were so obsessed about that. So we could try it again if you want to say.
and
So I mean, if we did try, I don't think this title thing, this in the quotes, actually does anything at all. But we could try um, putting something else in here that we should definitely say. Like, I don't know what our. Did you post that a link in there?
I did, yeah.
Okay.
we were able to manipulate the color, John, in the bootstrap and overrides CSS file.
Okay.
The info window can contain whatever you want. Interesting. And it goes in quotes. Image source equals.
Jeez. Yeah. String. Right. And what partial? Okay, so what you guys where you did your inline CSS was in the underscore pop-up?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Right. Alright, I'm gonna go back to looking at the copy script at the highest level. I feel like that might be the only way, although there could be a dead end too.
I feel like that will work. I've seen a lot of people say that that will work.
I'm gonna Google for that in particular. So maybe our focus should be on uh, making a custom info box. Apnea Dabbing responds that basically you cannot really style the info window the way you want. You'll have to use info box I've built in the gem.
I was just gonna see what this thing did. I don't know what you could possibly do. Like you can put whatever. So I put an image in there, what's gonna happen? I don't see it.
Did you put it in the controller or in the model?
In the model.
Okay. Would it make any difference in the controller? No.
I don't know. Oh my god, Marcelo. Poor Marcelo. Yes, saw that. And that is how I did the picture. That's in the controller. You want me to push my code?
That didn't do anything, Miriam?
No.
All right.
I kind of didn't believe it was.
Info box. Oh, wait. Okay. So the solution that he's talking about is using another plugin called InfoBox.
What about just trying with the
Or wait a second, I take that back. That's a plugin that's already in the Google Maps scripts, so we don't need to include anything special. Sorry to cut you off there. You were saying try the jQuery?
Yeah.
It would be interesting if we could if we wrote like some inline script tags in the partial that use jQuery to remove the that class. We could try.
Okay.
That should be a neat hack. All right. Is GM style. All right, so if we were to random that JavaScript in here, I wonder if that works.
And that is in the organizations pop-up?
Yeah, I just threw it in there. Ooh, ha, ha, ha.
I don't.
It took off all the styling.
Okay then.
We need some of that styling, apparently. We shouldn't just blow away the class. So maybe we can just use jQuery to slightly modify it.
What happened there?
Completely tore off the styling.
Oh, okay.
And it just printed raw text above the window. Alright, so let's get it back. Let's look at maybe taking off little bits of its CSS. Wow. Alright.
So they can do remove class. I guess we can be more specific.
Could be more specific, or we could actually just set the CSS, I think. That's possible too. There's a GM style IW. I'll try blowing that away and see what that does. GM style IWA, in fact.
I think that's your info. IW's info window. But.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, let's see what that looks like.
And what is that? What is that?
Yeah, it's not happy with even taking off IWA.
It's weird though. Was the index list, the table, still good?
Yeah. Oh, wait a second.
I'm the title.
Maybe I have empty script tags in here and it's still acting weird.
Oh.
So the actual presence of the script tags is making it go haywire, not the jQuery that we think we're injecting.
Okay, let's verify that it's not haywire anymore.
Okay.
Well, where, when I was looking at this, and they said to use this jQuery stuff, but where do you put it? That's what I didn't know. Like jQuery, GM style, remove class. Like where?
That only occurs in code. Oh, here. If we look at a place where we actually aren't using the gem, like the Carter branch. Go app, assets, JavaScripts, Google Maps. We would do it somewhere in here.
So, I mean, why couldn't we do it in our JavaScript?
Because I don't know where our JavaScript is. Because we have this complex gem wrapping everything so that, anybody in the world with any use can use his library. But, that leads to a very well-designed but very abstract library that's hard to understand exactly how to extend. Whereas if in our case we only have a couple simple use cases of the API.
Well, he did kind of tell us where to put it, right?
Yeah, let me look at this again and see if we can get this info box thing working.
I'm going to be back in 1 second.
Create your CSS class for the info box. Alright, let's do that. I did not just hit that. How do I Firefox open recent close tab? Control Shift T. There we go. Oh, wait a second. Custom info window classes. Well, why? That is way easier than I thought. Let's see if we can drop that in here. There's data JSON. Right. Tuner. Markers. And we have just options. Let's see what we can do in here. Alright. I'm gonna call it okay. Section applications. Alright, let's see if this has any effect.
So this is in where? What file are you in?
Mm-hmm. But let me show you the docs that I was trying to follow. I leave that open too, but
GitHub app.wiki markers. Did you ever have a job asking for permission to check your medical records?
Alright, I'm back.
Did you ever have a job asking to check your medical records?
No.
That cannot be legal.
Yeah. That's weird. What's the basis that they offer?
I don't know. It's for my sister. I told her not to agree to that. How dare they? Are they going to discriminate then on the basis of your medical history?
Yeah.
Okay, so I got distracted.
Did you find a bug? Kill it.
Move. You got to leave that state. Disgusting. Oh, aren't they palmetto bugs? Doesn't that sound so much prettier?
Where is it?
Ew. Marcelo, in Florida, they call giant cockroaches palmetto bugs.
What do you say, Marianne?
I said in Florida, they call gigantic cockroaches palmetto bugs. And then they say, oh, they say, don't worry about that. It's just a palmetto bug.
You now capture and flush it.
Hey, somebody just came in my house. I think I got to go check it out. With a gun. Oh, I don't have one though.
I'm back. Okay. Right. I wonder if I can put that content for the partial. is that tag? Is that another way to open a JavaScript tag? It seems odd. Oh, it's like some nasty Haml garbage. Equals Gmax. What? Okay. I doubt this is gonna work. It should be the script tag. It's looking happier. Not too happy, actually. What did I just do? I did that. Hmm. See this. Let's try this order first. Oh my god, what's that sound?
Okay, something really scary just happened to me.
Oh?
My house has this crappy alarm system, and when the door opens, it makes a noise.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm here upstairs by myself, and I heard the noise.
Mm-hmm.
I called my husband to see if he walked in. He didn't. And I called 911.
Damn.
Yeah. And I just had like a whole bunch of cops searching my house with guns. Out,
What?
guns out.
How long was the response time?
Really, really fast. Like a
Oh, that's
minute.
nice.
The delay was that I had to be transferred because we outsourced our 911.
Hmm.
But it was pretty quick.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what was it, just the wind blowing the door open? Was it
Nobody
properly
knows.
latched?
Nobody knows. No, and it was closed because the cat, if it's not closed really tight, the cat can push it open. So we
Right.
always make sure and close it. And sometimes it'll be slightly loose if somebody else leaves, but I close it myself. Okay. They said there's nobody in my house, but do they really know? And they had to step over the useless watchdog who was like wondering why they weren't petting her.
Yeah.
Oh, Marcelo's gone?
I don't know.
Um,
So it's called G Maps. Content source. Great.
alright, so what did I miss?
No, I'm just playing around with
see view or
Yeah, seeing if I can load some info box stuff in here.
from the JavaScript or?
Yeah, I'm trying to follow the last thing I linked in our Skype chat there, or not Skype chat, Hangout chat.
Just Control-0 for me.
Control-0 goes to the end of the line, or beginning of the line, right?
Control-0 in Google Hangout makes it back to its original size.
Oh.
Because Marcelo said he would be back. Because I can't see the chat if I have the window size increased. Did you do this, create the CSS class for the info box?
Yeah, I put in an application.css. I assume that's where they wanted it.
And pass the options. So where did you put this Google gmaps.map info box?
I put it down in, maybe I should put it in the same content for block, but I put it in the organization HTML view, or index view. I'm putting the same content for block. What the heck? Take that out. And I'm also trying to follow what's in this Stack Overflow, where somebody was doing what was in that guide and not succeeding.
So where do you put it? Just at the bottom of the HTML file?
Mm-hmm.
And can you put in font in there? Let's see.
Yeah, probably.
Custom info window class. And is it working, or are you just trying it now?
No, it's not working.
So are we calling info window info box rather than info window now?
Yeah, info box seems to be something that is customizable.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's in the source. Gmaps.map. Info box.
But how do you tell it that you want the info window instead of the info box? That's in the HTML.
Don't know.
Okay.
It's got my script. Okay. Content box text. All right.
Nice that they left my gate open with the dog outside. Alright, I'll be right back.
Bye-bye. I wonder if it still works.
Do I even need to say that the cat got out? Because I think that should be obvious.
Is that a problem? Or is it okay going outside?
No, she can't go out. There's too many cars.
Yeah, unfortunately our cat has decided she's now an outside cat, and I don't know how well that's going to work.
It's hard. It's hard to convince them otherwise.
Yep.
I take her out on a little leash.
Oh, yeah?
Better than nothing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, can you have content from map do twice?
Yeah, I'm testing that right now. Just add my OE. Alright, go away. And let's do a cacherless reload. Control-Shift-R.
What is Control-Shift-R?
Control-Shift-R is cacherless reload. Sometimes I'm worried about like the scripts not being updated when I update them to code.
Oh, that's good to know.
Update source. Control F inf. info box. No, it comes in the same place. Okay. All right. Yeah. So your question about, well, how do we use the info box once we've declared it, I think is the problem we're facing. I mean,
that probably needs to go in the controller, where we're calling info window. We want to specify info box instead, maybe.
Where are we doing that in the controller?
In the organizations controller. This is like focusing, this last thing you posted is kind of focusing on the markers.
Yeah. Marker.info window. Oh, wait. What? Okay. We might be missing an include tag if we want to use that. That might explain something. Set tag up to date. Right. Is that on directions? Did I really close the directions? So many windows. Alright. Right. Let's get that up in application. App views. Layouts.
Script. You're putting that in application.
Yeah. Warnings in the console? Nope. Do we have that actual script? Looks like we're calling for it. Info box. Well, we've got some sort of specialized code there. Yeah, I think all this is being made difficult by the fact that we're working with weird spin-off libraries to do the thing directly. And we're working with an old version, and a lot of these things I'm seeing here said, oh yeah, it worked when I did it this way on 1.45, but 1.46 broke it, and I had to roll back to 1.45. You know, we're like on some 1.57 thing. Who knows which way it works there? You know?
I know, that happens a lot. And then you're never sure if it didn't work because of that or it didn't work because you didn't put everything in.
Yeah. Let me try this guy's way, though. You never know. All right. Assets with this override. Right. Da-da. Assets, JavaScript. Info box builder .js.copy. Do not add it to source control. Then I need to change it to class add info box. And negative.
Dagnabbit. And we have the part in the controller where we actually say, or in the view.
I'm not even sure. Arts info window. So
Bless you.
thank you. Oh, wait a second. This JavaScript might not be running at all because of how we do application.js. Let me explicitly include that. Okay, let me just drop this into dash global so that it gets included. And just to take all the precautions, I'm going to turn off my server and turn it back on.
Yeah.
Okay, so that turned back on. The cache, let's refresh. Let's see if that is even a loaded file. What's its name? Infobox builder. Oh yeah, it's here.
Mm. Mm.
Now Infobox. I feel like Google Maps. Google Gmaps. Google. Probably need to check what I'm actually trying to extend here. Gmaps. Right.
All right, I got these guys calling me in a couple minutes.
All right. Well, good luck.
Yeah, same to you. And maybe I'll talk to you after your interview.
Yeah.
I want to see how you did.
Yeah, it's at 2 o'clock.
Okay. All right. Well, am I supposed to be over at 1:30? So should I leave the hangout running?
No, you can turn it off.
Okay. All right. Thanks.
All right. See ya.
Bye.
it in the box.
I beat you with a stick. Fucking flash. Get in. Get in. So I set the flash off. It never works out for normal. We should make a Facebook profile for Kitten, and then upload all our photos, so that as he does more cute things that Kitten takes pictures of, she can upload them. It's like a fan page.